Hey Disney family, I'm Stephanie and you are watching Facts About Disney. Hey guys, so welcome to the last video for the Disney World part of this series that I've been doing about my favorite things to do at each park that I've ever been to. That is, of course, Disney. So today we're going to be talking about Magic Kingdom at Disney World. Now, guys, of course, because I'm such a long-time fan of Disney, Magic Kingdom is probably definitely 100% my favorite park at Walt Disney World. You just can't beat it. I mean, it's Disney. Like, all the other parks have their own like sections and stuff, and yeah, it's still Disney, but Magic Kingdom is like Disney exploded everywhere and we all love it, and I fangirl and I cry. So I was trying to figure out how I want to tell you guys my favorite things to do at the park, because I really love to do everything at the park. There's really nothing that I hate to do. I decided to kind of do it by the lands and tell you one thing that I absolutely love in that land. So we're going to start, of course, with Main Street. So I absolutely love Main Street. I think it's such an amazing little area that they made to kind of welcome you in to the Magic Kingdom, and of course you get to see the castle at the very end of it, and I just think that it's just a cute little area. Probably my favorite thing to do in the Main Street area is meet Mickey Mouse and Tinkerbell. I just love the area they're in. They're literally right there as you walk in, and it's something that you could be the first thing that you can do while you're there, or it can be the last thing that you do while you're there. Over there is also where you could occasionally meet the talking Mickey Mouse, if they have him there or not, or you just meet the regular non-talking Mickey Mouse. I've never met the talking Mickey Mouse, but it is on my bucket list, guys. And I love meeting Tinkerbell because you go into Pixie Hollow and she always has some of her fairy friends there, and I just think it's a cute little area that they have. Now on to Adventureland. I love Adventureland. It was my favorite land when I was little for some unknown reason. I don't even know why. My favorite thing to do over there is go to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's probably one of my favorite rides in the whole entire park. It has a lot of sentimental value to me because it was my grandparents' favorite ride. On my mom's side, it was their favorite ride to do, and so I just love to get to ride it in honor of them. And also, it used to scare me a lot when I was little, and so now it's like, wow, this is not scary at all. Also, I love getting to see Johnny Depp, and I just think that the ride is amazing, and I have not yet gone on it with the new expansion. It was actually closed when they were redoing a couple of the scenes when Kendall and I last went, so I'm very excited to get to see all the new stuff that they have added into it. The next little land is going to be Frontierland, and guys, my favorite thing to do in Frontierland is go to Thunderbound Railroad. Thunderbound Railroad has a lot of sentimental value to me. It was the very first roller coaster I ever rode. Of course, it was at Disneyland, not at Magic Kingdom. But whenever I ride it, I always think of just really happy memories with me and my father. That was always a ride that I would always ride with my dad, and it just reminds me of childhood every time that I ride it. Big tip: when they put you in a cart to go on the ride, always request this in the very back. We did this this past time. It's because the ride is on tracks, and so it kind of is like the law of physics, you know, it starts to slowly go down and then it goes booming fast. So if you're at the very front, you're most likely going to be hitting the very slow parts for a majority of the ride, and it's not as fun. So if you ask them to sit you towards the back, they'll gladly do it. You just may have to wait a couple extra minutes, and then they'll put you all the way in the back. And girl, guy, it is amazing. Now over at Liberty Square, I absolutely love this area. There's so many cute little things that they have over there that's unique to the park. I didn't even know that the Muppets had their own show until a few years ago. I think that's really cute. But definitely, guys, my favorite thing to do over there is the Haunted Mansion. I used to hate the Haunted Mansion. I used to be so scared of it, and there are some times when those little things at the very end that kind of just jump out of you gets me and I scream. And yeah, I'm that person that screams in the ride. But I think it's such a cute ride, and I also love that the movie that they made based off of the ride with Eddie Murphy, I always thought that movie was hysterical, and I always used to say when I was little, this is the scary movie that I love, and of course it's not scary, it's freaking Eddie Murphy, it's hilarious. But I absolutely love how the cast members completely stay into character and keep it really creepy and goofy, and that just makes it even more fun. Now we're going to go into Fantasyland. I guess my favorite thing to do at Fantasyland is, of course, Mine Train. I think Mine Train is probably one of the nicer rides that they have in the whole entire of the 4 parks. I think it's just a very kind of different ride. I think what they called it's a magnetic track, so it's a whole lot of a smoother ride. The seats are also a lot more comfortable, and you kind of understand why the wait's always crazy long for that ride. My biggest tip with that ride is get to the park a little bit before they open. They're going to open Main Street and that area in front of the castle first in the morning, and just kind of go over to where you see a cast member with a rope and just wait there. It's just waiting by the rope where towards when you can see the teacups, and just wait there until the park opens, and they will escort you to Mine Train and you'll get in line. And normally you may end up having a 20-minute wait. That's a whole lot better than 120 minutes. Believe me. Okay, so now I guess we'll talk about the little circus area. I was never very fond of the circus area that they have over there. I was always upset that they took Toontown out. I feel like Toontown is just classic Disney, and I was really upset when I found out that that was not going to be part of the new expansion of Fantasyland and that they took it out and put this circus thing over there. I guess really kind of my favorite thing to do over there, honestly, is ride Dumbo. That sounds so kid-like and weird, but it's Dumbo, guys. I think Dumbo was the very first ride I ever went on. Do I have a picture on my wall? Absolutely loved it when I was little, and I still do. I'm 20 years old and I'll still ride Dumbo. Now finally, the last part of the Disney Magic Kingdom is going to be Tomorrowland. There's so much I love in Tomorrowland, like so much. So this is really hard for me, but of course it's probably going to be Space Mountain. Space Mountain, I remember the very first time I rode it at Disneyland, and oh my god, my little stomach dropped. That was the first time that I ever did a roller coaster that fast and that intense, and I loved it. I remember the first time I rode it at Magic Kingdom because I was scared because you have to ride it like by yourself. There's someone in front of you and someone behind you but no one next to you, and the one at Disneyland you can sit next to somebody. So I remember my dad had to put his hand on my shoulder because I was freaked out the whole entire time, but it was so much fun. It still was so much fun. I'm gonna add in like one more little thing to Tomorrowland just because it's my favorite thing to do over there. Definitely whenever they had the Incredibles dance party, that is just so much fun. It's a lot of fun to do when you have a friend with you. My family, for some unknown reason, will not dance with me, and I was always super upset about that. But this last time, Kendall came with me, and they didn't have the Incredibles dance party, but they did have a little dance party over there, and Kendall and I went over there and we danced and had so much fun, and I would highly suggest it. So I guess for their fireworks show, I was really impressed with the new fireworks show. It was Happily Ever After fireworks show. I absolutely love it. I don't know how long Wishes ran, but I do remember the first time I saw it at Disneyland, I was over by It's a Small World, and it took my breath away, and I actually had the whole entire thing memorized with Jiminy Cricket and stuff like that. And so when they told me that Wishes was no longer there and it was going to be Happily Ever After, I was heartbroken. I was super sad, and I was basically kind of downing the new fireworks show. I was like, it's not going to be good at all. It is fan-freaking-tastic. I love the fact that they kind of incorporated the castle show into the fireworks show. I feel like it was really nice because we have a little bit more visual stuff going on, and yeah, it was amazing. I don't know how Kendall and I did this because we were stuck on Splash Mountain. If you guys watch my Disney World vlog, you'll understand what I'm talking about. We were stuck on Splash Mountain, so we thought that we weren't going to get a good spot for the fireworks. We somehow wormed our way up to the very front of the castle. Again, have no idea how we did this, but we did it. And as much as you hate being up in front of the castle because you're going to be stuck with a big group of people, it's going to be really claustrophobic, it's the best way to see a fireworks show for sure. So my favorite place to eat at Magic Kingdom is 100% Be Our Guest. It's probably my favorite dining experience I've ever had in my whole entire life. I wasn't a crazy Beauty and the Beast fan growing up, but just being in there, I really do feel like you're a part of the story and you're a part of their big night where they, got all dressed up. You really do feel like you're in the story with them, and I absolutely love it. I've never actually eaten in the big dining room, but I've eaten in the West Wing, I think two times, and then the rest of the times we've ever went, we were in Belle's Garden Room. The West Wing is a little dark to be eating food in, but it's super cool. I think you for sure should always try and eat there at least once because it's the most amazing place to eat at Walt Disney World. Last off, characters. I'm going to talk about my favorite character kind of meeting. I absolutely loved meeting Merida this past year. She is over by Cinderella's wishing well and kind of over by the teacup area, and she's phenomenal. I would highly suggest. That's probably was my favorite character meet and greet that I've had in years. And I think because I'm older, sometimes when you go and meet characters it can be a little awkward. I feel like they're more trained to be talking with, you know, younger kids, and when it's with adults, you know the secret behind everything, and so it's not as special. But she really made me believe she was Merida. She really did, and she was awesome. And she videotaped this message from my friend Jordan, and I just thought it was super cute, and she is amazing. So guys, go meet Merida. But that is all my favorite things to do at the Magic Kingdom, and this is the end of the Disney World part of the series. I'm so sad that it's over, but I'm so happy that you guys know all my favorite things to do at the parks. If you have any questions about anything that I was talking about, please leave it in the comments below and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. Again, I'm at camp right now, so as soon as I can get to an electronic device, I will for sure message you guys back. Anyways, I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I hope to see you all real soon. Bye!
Nice to be back, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, where are you from?